Welcome to Back Breaking News, episode 174. This is what I'm calling Wrestling Month. We've done 3 or 4 days of it already. It will be 31 days of me doing wrestling content on Back Breaking News, talking about wrestling themes. And this is to honor the almost coming 5th anniversary of when I started Back Breaking News. So I will still continue Wrestling Talk as its own individual series when it comes to predictions, but for right now, for this next upcoming month, except for January 31st, will all be Wrestling Talk on Backbreaking News like thing. So, okay. In February, there's going to be like a special episode, maybe an hour long, who knows. But, let's get to the topic. The Royal Rumble is... I can see how the Royal Rumble is coming out, and this is the topic for the video. I see how the Royal Rumble is going to be like, and I don't like the looks of it. Okay. First of all, hear me out. Hear me out on this one. The Royal Rumble match, in Women's Royal Rumble match, there's only one winner I see possible, and that's I don't feel like anyone's going to challenge Nia Jax for the women's title if they win the Royal Rumble. So that leads me to my suspicion that Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan for the 33rd time. That's all the matches they have had together. Singles matches and triple threats, and all other matches considered. 33 matches. Isn't that getting a little bit outrageous? 31. This would be 33 because they're doing it on Monday Night Raw. How many times could you have these two face each other? Triple threats, any other match, and make it be interesting. So, I see Rhea Ripley winning. The best option here, in my opinion, would be go for someone who hasn't won it, who honestly deserves it. And I think the one person who honestly deserves it is, as far as the women go, is I've been blown away with how good they've been doing lately. Tiffany Stratton, I think she deserves it, but Tiffany Stratton by far is one of the best women's on the roster right now. Or maybe someone else who deserves it, like Natalya. She's been there a long time. I would even be happy with Trish Stratus. The other thing I wanted to say is I don't see many surprise returns like AJ Lee. The one I see most likely would be Becky Lynch. If anybody returns, or from NXT, it would probably be like Julia, some other person. But I don't see like many Hall of Famers coming back, or it's just going to be a mostly main roster women's Royal Rumble. As far as the men Royal Rumble goes, the two ways I see it going right now, either way, I don't want it, and I'll tell you who I think should actually win. The two options I would hate to see is Roman Reigns or John Cena. The thing is, I wouldn't mind John Cena winning it if he would have broke Stone Cold Steve Austin's record of 3 Royal Rumble wins, but that ain't gonna happen if he's retiring, and having an old guy win it, when it could go to like someone like Kevin Owens, who I honestly think should be in the Royal Rumble and, win it, as I said, or Roman Reigns. Hear me out. I don't want to see another Cody versus Roman match at Mania unless it's like the other thing I see happening is that maybe there will be a 31st entrant, and it be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I see The Rock returning. I see The Rock possibly returning. That's about it. I don't see anyone returning, but I do see someone appearing from Impact Wrestling. And as soon as I say this, everyone's going to know. All I gotta do is this. Say his name and he appears. It's Joe Hendry. I can see him entering the Royal Rumble, but I'm not going to say like any major person's going to return besides John Cena, maybe The Rock, or an appearance from an Impact star. Maybe. I don't think there's going to be anyone major to return. I don't think, even if we really wanted it, I don't see like Big E returning here. And that's not because I don't like Big E, I just don't think it would be, he's going to return quite yet. Or is able to. I could be wrong, but I don't see any other special appearances happening than that. And even The Rock is a long stretch. And when I say long stretch, I mean I would believe it to happen more than any other thing. But the two possible winners that honestly deserve it, as I said before, is Kevin Owens. He's been there a long time. He deserves to main event WrestleMania in a single match against Cody Rhodes. Honestly, I think Kevin Owens is justified what he's doing. Honestly. And people think Kevin Owens is in the wrong here. He's complete. You want me to tell you what's crazy? I'll talk about this next video, which would be the one on my birthday. I'm turning 18, but Kevin Owens, I feel like, is completely justified in his actions. And then there's CM Punk, who I think deserves to main event WrestleMania at least one time in his career. At least once in his career. CM Punk really deserves something, and I think his time is now, like John Cena. Get it? But yeah. And then the ladder match for Cody Rhodes championship. I don't see, as much as I want Kevin Owens to win here, it's because Cody Rhodes' run has been basically just not that interesting. I like he's one of my third favorite wrestlers, but the thing is, if you saw my list, he's just not showing. Gunther has had less defenses, but Gunther is a believable champion in my opinion. Cody Rhodes is a believable champion, but Gunther, if you think about it, has more memorable matches. I remember his one with Randy Orton. I remember his one with Damian Priest at Survivor Series, because those were good matches. Gunther has not had one match that was absolutely terrible, I just couldn't stand. So I think they should have Gunther defend his title at the pay-per-view too. But